Welcome to the Live Wide Open podcast. I'm your host, Randy B. Ramirez, also known as Wide Open Randy, and I'm here to serve anyone who is looking to level up from their current situation. This show helps raise the bar for all the motorsport enthusiasts, those who want more out of life, those who want to do more, those who want to be more, those who love the thrill, the joy, and the connection of what these high performance engines bring into our lives. Because holding it wide open is just what we do. Being a great freaking person is who we are, and living our lives to the fullest is the lifestyle that we choose. Man, today we're going to be talking about the what if side of whatever it is that you want to build. Like if money wasn't an issue, what type of project would you go out and build? Like, what type of race car? What type of drift car? What type of truck? What type of bike? Man, even what type of boat would you go and build? Like the possibilities are endless here, right? The point of this episode is really to encourage you, my friends, for you to dream fucking big, to dream like we used to do when we were little kids. Because what happens is that we get old and we literally forget the ability to dream, right? Because I get it. Like, here's what happens to most of us, myself included, and this is what I'm gonna say. Like, life gets challenging. Life throws challenges at us. Like, it just happens. It's part of the process, I guess. But it's also how you fucking level up, right? But we go deep into the adulthood stages, and what happens is that the bills start to pile up, right? Like, we need to start setting money aside, right? We want to take, your spouse on a badass vacation, your family on a badass vacation. You want to buy your first house, and then you have this expense, and then you have that expense, and then, then the house, you want to put some upgrades to the house. You need, you do this, and oh wait, and then all of a sudden now you outgrown the house. Now you need to look for a bigger house. Like, man, there's so many things really start to come up in our lives, and frankly, they do seem to take priority over building yourself that ride that you've always wanted, right? And so what happens is that we all start to feel guilty because we're like, man, oh, my family comes first 100%. And then, you want to live comfortably. You want to, get that, that house. You want to take that vacation. You want to do this. Priorities happen. And so you start feeling guilty for wanting to fucking splurge a little on yourself and make yourself happy. Feed that inner child that we all have. Like, I truly believe that us men, we never grow from being boys who like toys. Our toys just get more expensive as we grow older, right? And so it's okay that we all feel guilty about it, and the reason why we feel guilty is because if you're trying to build a fucking badass ride, if you're trying to build a badass toy, a badass build, like, that shit takes money. Like it's going to take a lot of money. Like, that's just part of the game. Like, you got to pay to play. And the reality is that, yes, like, it's gonna fucking take some bread. It really is. But that goes for anything in life. It really does. And it's like, I love this quote because and I always use it, and I heard it from my nephew Jonathan, and it goes like this: like, the best things in life are free, but the second best things in life are very expensive. And the first time I heard that shit, I was like, yo, that's so fucking true. Like, wow, I can't believe it, right? And so, but what if money wasn't an issue? What if, you could still do all the priorities, in your life, and take care of business, the things that are most important to you, to your well-being, to your family, and then also take on your dream build? What if you could do both? Like, what would it be? Like, do you even know what kind of project that you would take on? Like, I'm asking you these questions because I want you to dream. I want you to imagine. I want you to fucking pretend like it's all possible, because it really is. The problem is that most of us just stop really thinking outside the box, and we stop thinking that we can have it all. And so we get trapped into this small-minded mindset of, how we're living right now is how we're going to stay. But no, we got to achieve more. We got to do more. We got to fucking aspire to be great. And if you don't put these visions in yourself, in your mind, in your life, then how the hell are you going to think you're going to want to work harder? How do you think you're going to want to work smarter? How do you think you want to go make more money? Because you're not really painting a picture in your mind of what you really want, right? So I want you to envision the things that may seem impossible to you right now, like, but to envision them with extreme specificity. Like I want you to get into every detail of that build, like every nut and bolt, like what color is it gonna be? Your ride, your motorcycle, your truck, your boat. What is the color is it gonna be? Like, if it was your ride, like what exhaust would you put on it? Like how is that exhaust gonna sound? What kind of smell is it gonna have? You're gonna smell the fuel burning. Maybe you're gonna smell the ethanol burning, because that's definitely, I love that smell. Like like where would you park it? Have you thought of that? That's a big one. Like, and what about how would you feel seeing it in front of you? Like pretend you close your eyes and it's fucking right there, and you're like, holy shit, this thing came to fucking life. This is real now. Like how would you feel looking at it right in front of you? Like, how would you feel as you walked right by that thing? Like, and you're like, holy shit, and you're sizing it up and down, and you're like, oh my God, I can't believe that this shit is really happening. It's here. I fucking built it. Like, how would that make you feel? Like, how would you feel as you sat in it and you grabbed the freaking controls? Like, how would you feel? Like, how happy would you be if that dream build really just came to reality? Like, and I don't want you to play small here, my friends. I want you to dream big as fuck, bigger than you ever have. Dream like if you had an unlimited budget, like how we used to do when we were little kids. Oh, I'm gonna have this and I'm gonna have that and I'm gonna be this and I'm gonna be that. And all of a sudden we get to adulthood and it's like, oh no, little Timmy, you're dreaming too big, man. You gotta tone it down a little bit. No, fuck that shit. That's how you end up living a mediocre life. You want to do more, you want to be more, you want to be great, you got to fucking dream big and you got to back up with massive action. But it first starts with envisioning things up in here in your mind with what it is that you want. Like, I want you to paint the most vivid picture in your mind about what it is that you truly want. Like, and if there's a way for you to create like some kind of visual, like some kind of image, some kind of like thing that you can print out and you could put it somewhere where you can see it frequently, like, man, it's a game changer. It really is. And you're like, man, but it's a fucking picture. I'm gonna put it there. What the fuck is a big deal? There is a big deal about it, right? Because if there's something that I do know is this, right? You first have to create things in your mind before you can bring them into reality. It's how everything that we see around us was created. So I was like, this mouse I have in my hand, this is how it's, someone imagined it in their mind and then they created it. This camera that we're filming here, someone imagined it in their mind and then they created it. Like everything was first an idea in someone else's mind before it came into physical existence. It's everything that we see around us, right? And I'm not saying that it's gonna happen right away for you, but who knows? Perhaps it's a lot closer than you think. And because we feel like, because we're like, oh, that's never gonna happen, so we don't dream about it, and and then, oh, it's so far out, that shit will never happen. So then you're literally putting that energy out. Oh, it's never gonna happen. You're literally telling yourself it's never gonna happen. But what if you do the other way? What if you're like, no, this shit is gonna happen? You fucking paint a vivid ass picture. You print that bitch out and you put it where you see it every fucking day. Like, man, I've done this exercise for several categories within our lives, within my life, within my wife's life, and this is what vision boards are for, actually. Like, both myself and my wife, we do these, and we do these all the time, and we update it every year with things as we go making progress, and sometimes our goals change, and so we go ahead and update it. And I can't tell you how many times we have walked by an old picture and said to ourselves, like, bro, fuck, look, we hit this goal right here, bro. We hit this goal. We hit that one. And oh my God, look at this one. This was not too far away, bro. And oh shit, look at that one right there. It's not exactly as we pictured it, but we still got it in some way, shape, or form. Like, it's crazy how when you put things into peripheral and you walk by them every day and you stop and you look at them and you're like, all right, you keep going by your day. You put your conscious to work. Like, you see, like people will call you crazy for dreaming, but it's the dreamers who really make things happen. It's the dreamers who back their desires with massive fucking action that make things happen, right? But if you don't know what it is that you want, then how do you know that you're gonna get what it is that you want? Because you haven't really created in specificity, right? It's like saying, oh, man, I want to lose weight. That's fucking very, very broad, right? Like, you could lose half a pound and you already hit that goal. But what if you're saying, oh, I want to lose 20 pounds and I want to get down to 10% body fat and I want my biceps to be this certain circumference and whatever. Like you're getting specific with it. So you start really painting a picture for yourself. And I have this too. I actually have a rip. We both, I have it in my vision board. I have a ripped ass couple. Dude is fucking ripped and his chick is right by his side. She's fucking ripped. And I call it right there, power couple. I actually have couple goals. And what my wife and I both are working for because we see it and we're like, yo, we literally want to fucking have something that we can strive for, right? And this is awesome, something that you can do with this exercise because the awesome thing about it is that you put things in motion, like, and you start creating these neural pathways up in your mind that what happens is they lead you to work towards that goal every single day. Like what you do is you end up putting your subconscious to work behind the scenes. Like so what happens is that ends up activating your RAS system, your reticular activating system. And so, you know, anytime that a goal or something, your brain starts looking to connect things in your life for what it is that you have told it that you want. It's like when you're like, oh, have you ever like never seen a car before and you're like, oh, all of a sudden I'm gonna buy, I don't know, like it happened with the Jeep, my wife's SRT, and then we've never seen Jeeps before, and then all of a sudden we bought it and there's like a fucking Jeep everywhere. And we're like, oh, it was there, it never changed. But what happens is that we activated the RAS system, and now we see them everywhere, right? And so you might not create it exactly like as you first envisioned things, but it does end up happening in some way. Like we've experienced this multiple times. Like as long as you're able to back it with massive work ethic, it will start to fucking evolve. Like, and we're talking about build here, right? So let's not if you're off. I want to continue talking about build here. This is a motorsport episode, and I want to keep it related to motorsports. And so I'm going to use a build example over here. Like, and you probably had heard me talk about my Turbo Silverado. Like, it's my baby. It's my daily driver. It's been my daily driver almost 2 years now, man. And it's about to continue being my daily driver. And I'm about to fucking doing a lot of miles every day. Hopefully starting next month. But before the Turbo Silverado was around, there was the Shotgun Camaro. And the Shotgun Camaro is a 2002 SS. You've probably heard me talk about this. If you haven't, it's a 2002 Sunset Orange Metallic Camaro SS. Last year they made it, and this one was turbo too, right? And for a while now, like I've gone through several like iterations, several phases where I'm like, all right, I'm gonna start making progress on the Camaro. I really have because it's come a long way, right? And so I say this because I built that car through several iterations, right? Like before my Silverado, like long time ago, like that Camaro was my daily driver. I mean, I remember when I bought it in Texas with my friend, flew out there, hadn't even seen it, I purchased it and drove it back all the way to Miami. And so it was my daily driver, and then I did heads and cam daily driving it, and then and then I wasn't fast enough, so then I put some nitrous on it, and I was still my daily driver. And I remember going to the job site, like leaving early as fuck. It was like 5 o'clock in the morning, and I would always like do a pull on the way, with nitrous. It's just a fucking gearhead. I love that shit. Like Wide Open Randy, like that's who I am, right? And then, but what happens is that shit ran out, right? So I ended up getting promoted, and I ended up getting a work truck from my employer, and then that's when I decided that it was time to take that build to the next level, right? And so I went turbo with that Camaro. And actually, it's ironic because the Turbo Silverado that I have now is way toned down on a different level. It used to be my friend's, and that was what got me to turbo my Camaro. And now that's my Silverado. It's funny how things end up working out because you put things in your peripheral, like like, oh man, I want to do that, and then like it fucking really is crazy how it works out. And so that was the fastest car that I had been in my Camaro. Like that car, when it went turbo, it made a little over 800 horsepower through a junkyard 5.3 engine. It was fucking nuts. It was a max effort type of setup. And me being me, Mr. Wide Open Randy, everyone was like, yo, let me get a ride. And I was always giving max effort rides to everyone. Fucking 800 fucking horsepower when it should have only been the race mode. But whatever, I don't give a fuck. I built it to have fun, right? And so it was fun as fuck. But the happens is that me doing that all the time, it shortened the lifespan pretty fucking fast. And then the engine ended up blowing up on me. And so I parked it. And then instead of fixing it, the opportunity came around to buy the Silverado. That deal came around, and I fucking dove straight first into that rabbit hole, and I disregarded completely my Camaro when all I needed was a fucking short block, which is crazy, but we are where we are, right? And then several times throughout that Silverado build, like as the iteration went through iteration, and Silverado, man, it's crazy how far that build has come. I've tried to revive my Camaro several times, but it never seemed to work out. Something with the Camaro, I would buy a motor, shit wouldn't work out. Then I bought another motor, and the shit wouldn't work out. And I bought another motor, and that shit's not working out. And then like I end up getting rid of it because I was like always like just for some reason it wasn't working out, right? And so what I never lost sight of was that picture I had on my vision board. I still have it. If I go walk over there, you'll see it. It's two pictures actually. It's one of my Camaro when it was in top prime condition. I was like at Orlando or Bradenton, and then I have another picture of if it's not my Camaro, but it's a sunset orange metallic Camaro, and this Camaro is doing a wheelie on the street, and I have it there, and I always see that shit. And I was like, bro, one day it's gonna happen. One day that's gonna happen. One day it's gonna happen. And every time I walk by it, like there it was. Picture of my Turbo Camaro and a picture of the other. Exactly same color. It's very similar wheels. The fucking thing with the wheels up in the air. And I was like, yo, one day I'm gonna make it happen. I'm gonna bring it down. And to be completely transparent with you guys, like I didn't think that my car, the Camaro, was gonna run this year. I really didn't. Like in fact, I have renewed the license plate for that car every single year up to now, except this year. Because this year I was like, bro, let's just be real. I'm not gonna get that. I have other priorities in line. Like, I decided not to do that this year because we have a lot of things going on. Like we're really we're trying to save to open another business, and like things are just, it's not a really priority. And I came to acceptance with that. And the Silverado's doing good, and so like it just wasn't the thing. I didn't renew the license plate, right? But over these past couple of weeks, an opportunity presented itself to really just get the Camaro back going, right? And so I was like, holy shit, I can't believe this just came up on me. Like, my friends, like, and so as soon as one of my friends presented it to me, I was like, yo, fuck, I want that deal. Let's fucking make it happen. And so what I did is I bought another non-running Camaro, even though my Camaro doesn't run. But this Camaro that I purchased, it has almost my entire old setup. Like I had sold my whole setup for my Camaro to my friend, but it also has a built motor in it. So my friend, what happened is that he had lost interest in the build. And he was like, yo, I kind of lost interest. I'm working on other things. Would you want it? And I was like, fuck yeah, let's do it. And so came out of total left field. It really did. I wasn't planning on this. Like I said, I didn't even renew the license plate this year. But man, was I happy when I heard about the deal. And I fucking was like, yo, let's fucking go all in. Let's do this shit. And I didn't think that my Camaro would be back so soon. But now it's on the way to be back alive. Right? And between both of those cars now, between my original one, the one I just bought, that has almost all my old setup in it, plus a built motor, and between my car and that car, I have almost everything, pretty much, to put my car back to running condition. All I gotta do is just do the labor. Like, the labor is a big part because technically I have to tear apart completely one car and then I gotta rebuild another car. And realistically, because my work schedule is so fucking busy, like I'm probably gonna take maybe 3, maybe 4 months to really get it back, and so I can be able to drive it. But now I know it's only a matter of time. Like I have all the parts there, right? And so back to the lesson of the story, right? I kind of veered off there and went on a tangent for a little bit, but back to the lesson of the story. Like create a clear mental image of what it is that you want to build. Like get super specific with it. Don't be scared to dream, like, and embrace it, like and feel it with all your emotions. How it would feel with that build. How would you how does it feel? Like how do you see it? Like how do you hear it? Like what do you smell? Like man, put all your emotions into that when you imagine it vividly, and put things in motion, my brothers. Like it's something unexplainable. I don't know how it all works out with this universe. That when you put things in motion, it just starts working out. Like, but you got to be able to back it up with fucking some work ethic, right? Like it puts things in motion, like in your mind, like in your head, like in this universe. Like it creates this frequency of what it is that you want, and somehow things start working out in your favor. It might not happen right away, like I said, but it will start happening for you. Like you got to start taking the action. If you don't take the action, nothing's gonna happen. And like you never know when the right opportunity will present itself. And if you aren't taking action, if you aren't working towards that opportunity, then how will you ever find that opportunity when it presents itself, right? Like, look, this December, it's going to be 8 years, that's fucking crazy, that my Camaro would have been broken. And I share that for you for a time perspective, like, you know, when I least expected it, now it came to life, right? And so I know that I'm gonna have it finished before the 8 year mark. Actually, I've set it as a goal. Like, yo, we're not gonna hit the 8 year mark, and this shit's still fucking sitting on jack stands, which is funny that I'm wearing a jack stand Jimmy shirt today. But it's not, bro. It's all coming to light. It's all fucking lining up, and it's all because I truly believe that opportunities start lining up for you when you continue working your ass off. And then you put something in front of you where you see it every day in your peripheral, your mind starts really connecting things for you, right? Could I have happened sooner? Could I have done all this sooner? Probably, for sure. Like, if I would have, you know, and I had the priorities of adulthood, and like opening businesses. We've opened 2 clinics. We've done a lot, like in the last couple of years. Not to mention even the Silverado where I put it to. I've invested over 50K in that truck, not including the truck to get it to where it's at. It's reliable. I can fucking drive it anywhere. Fucking badass. Super happy with that build. I'm pretty much done with that. And so, could I have done it sooner? Yeah, but I didn't focus on what was important, focus on my priorities, and I didn't never lose sight of what I wanted to build, right? And so don't let your adulthood priorities discourage you from dreaming, right? In fact, use them so that you can dream even bigger, my friends, and then back those dreams up with massive action on your part. And in due time, I promise you that you will get what you want. I believe in you, my friends. You can do this. You will do this. And so think of that ride that you want to build and start fucking working towards it. Because sooner or later, my friends, it's going to come into your reality. If you're willing to work for it. Yo, I'm driving the checkered flag deep into the ground, and I'm calling out all the motorsport enthusiasts who want to improve their situation. Let's break free from all the shit that's been holding us back, and let's become the badass motherfuckers that we're all meant to be. Breaking the stereotype is exactly what we're here to do. This movement is called Live Your Life Wide Open, and helping others level the fuck up is exactly the mission that God has tasked us with. Join me on this journey while we empower our people to do more and to be more. And bro, by any chance you still haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and grab that scramble button so you never miss another episode. And my brothers, my sisters, if you connected with today's message, I'm asking you, please share this on your story and tag me at Wide Open Randy, because those are the actions that get more gearheads to see and hear about this podcast and ultimately help us grow our community. I'll catch up with you guys on the next episode, but till then, live your life wide open, my friends. Peace.